Welcome and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your March 2020 tarot card reading. This is for your sun sign, your moon, or even your ascendant. It just really depends on what feels right for you. So feel free to watch the other videos if you'd like as well. And before we get into this month's reading, I just want to let you know that you can download your free 3-card tarot spread down beneath this video. You can also reach out to me for a one-to-one consultation. I'd be more than happy to work with you. But without further ado, let's get into the cards and see what they hold for you this month. Hello lovely Leo, and welcome to your March 2021 tarot card reading. Let's have a look at what is going on then for you, Leo, for the month of March. So the first card that comes up for you is the 7 of Cups, and this guy's reversed. So the 7 of Cups reversed might mean that you're going to get some more clarity on things that you may have been struggling with. The 7 of Cups is generally a card of feeling confused. There's a bit of illusion. There's so many choices. You don't know which road to take. With it being reversed, however, it could mean that some of these things are going to be clearing up for you. Being able to make your decisions in a much more clear and constructive way. Some of that mist and some of that illusion really just dissipating. It could also mean that for some of you, you will have felt like perhaps you've had so many choices, and then all of a sudden your choices are kind of whittling down a little bit. Maybe you're feeling a bit like, well, where did all those, options go? Have I missed the boat? But the key here is that you've not missed an opportunity. If something is meant for you, it will come back around. You may have to ask yourself some difficult questions when this card comes up. Have you been a bit too forthcoming with all your talents? Maybe in some ways you've overpromised, or there might be a little bit of a part of you, Leo, that doesn't want to take on the world just yet. There are certain elements that you may have misread of a situation. Things might not seem quite as they are, but I think it's important that before you move forwards in any kind of decision making, that you really reassess the situation. This is a card of a bit of a dose of reality coming into your situation. So the next card that comes up for you for the month of March is the High Priestess reversed. The Empress reversed, rather. Sorry about that. The Empress is a card of feeling abundant in a lot of ways, feeling fruitful. But when she's reversed, it's kind of saying, again, are you missing out on some kind of opportunity, Leo? Or do you feel like you're missing out on an opportunity? This is very much, connected to motherhood. It's connected to family, to abundance. And when she is upright, there is a sweetness and a sort of light to her, but reversed, she's a different kind of person, particularly when it comes to relationships. She can be a sign that perhaps you have been mothering or fathering a lover in some way. Have you been taking on too much responsibility in a romantic relationship? If this is the case, it does suggest that you need to stop doing this, or alternatively, encourage them to get motivated for themselves, empower them rather than taking on the role as caregiver all the time. Equally, it could mean that a romantic partner is a little bit possessive of you at the moment. Perhaps they need to chill out in some way. Or for some of you, there will be a female in your life that is being a bit disruptive at the moment. This could be a colleague, this could be a mother, this could be a mother-in-law. When it comes to business or career, this card is saying that it's not really the ideal time to start something new, perhaps. Some of your goals and ambitions may have to be put on the back burner for a little bit. that's not, long term. It's just that some things need to be thought through a little bit more before you can move forwards. It's also a card when it's reversed to say, don't overindulge too much. That might have a bearing on your decision making at the moment. But I do think that any kind of social business relationships with the opposite sex could be a little bit tricky at the moment. It's just coming up against a few difficult people. But again, this won't last. It's just to say that these might be in your sphere, and it's just to bear it in mind. The next card for you for the month of March is the Three of Swords reversed. So you've got a full reversed bag here so far, Leo. This is actually quite a good card to come up reversed, because the Three of Swords can generally sort of mean that there is a loss going on in some way. Perhaps there has been quite a lot of grief going on for you at the moment, even if it's stuff that happened in the past. But reverse says that just because you've been hurt, it's a card that says don't seek revenge. One person may have hurt you, but not everybody is out to do the same. And it could well be this female who's been difficult in your life in some way, Leo. It just could be relatives, friends, a past lover. But don't let that block you off to the good stuff that's about to come. Because I do feel that there may have been some walls put up, Leo, in order for you to fix yourself, to heal yourself. You may have some fears if you are in a committed relationship that there is some kind of infidelity going on, but I just don't see this for all of you. I think, again, this could be some fears and some jealousy just getting in the way. You've got to be really careful when this card comes up that, don't be accusing people too much of doing stuff, because it can, in the end, push that person away. It could have been that you've come to the end of a relationship or a friendship even, or a business, in your career in some way. And I think using your head rather than your heart is going to really help you get through this. So to just recap, you've got a bit of illusion going on. Before you make any mistakes, just really think things through. There is a person that's been making your life difficult that's not in your mind at all, but they might not be out to get you in the way that you think. I just think that emotions are running high at the moment. I do think things will sort themselves out if you just give it a bit more time and patience. Don't go in at the deep end with your fiery nature, guns blazing, basically, because there may be a little bit of a misunderstanding as to actually what is going on. Your energy card for the month of March is Indecision. So you're kind of in this mode at the moment, Leo, where you're not quite sure how to act upon the information that you've been given in some way. For most of the time when the card Indecision comes up, I would be saying make a choice to get yourself out of a slump. With you this month, however, I think it's a good time to just bide your time. Like we said before, don't rush in to the situation until you've got all the facts. It could be that you've got the wrong end of the stick, and that could give you some relief in a way, knowing that someone isn't, slandering you behind your back like you thought they were, or somebody's not playing away like you thought they were, or somebody's not gossiping about you like you thought that they were. So just wait until you've gathered a bit more facts, whether this is business, friendship, or romance, and then feel free to move forwards and make your decision. But I wouldn't make any snappy decisions based on what you've heard from somebody else, because it could be that they're not being malicious either. They've just got the wrong end of the stick. So I do think that things will run much more smoothly if you don't act before you have a chance to think. This is definitely a month for using your logic. By all means, let your fire, come through in other ways. I know we said, don't necessarily go into any creative project this month, but I think it's just think it through before you get involved in it. Otherwise, it might just drag on a little bit and you kind of get all this flurry of excitement and then nothing quite happens. So it's definitely a month for using your mind, your logic, and with matters of the heart, just allow things to progress very naturally. Allow the information to come to you. And I think that way you'll be much more well informed to make any decisions moving forwards, Leo. Well, there you have your March 2020 tarot card reading. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing this space with me. Again, if you would like to have your digital tarot card reading, you can find that in the description box beneath this video, as well as your free 3-card tarot. But until we speak again next month, take care and stay safe. Alyssa.